All right, so I'm trying something new with the June Birchbox. And instead of giving you the 70s, 80 public television's children's programming disembodied hand grabbing at things from the box, I'm actually letting you see what I look like. For some of you, that might be a good thing. For some of you, that might be traumatizing. Hey, at least I'm wearing a shirt. That's more than what can usually be said when I'm opening these things. So there was a little bit of a soap opera from the most recent Birchbox. If you'll remember, back in May, they kind of hit a little bit of a clunker with the pouch. And for those of you who are asking, I don't know what it is. It's a pouch. It's a very nice pouch. It's got canvas. It's got an amazing zipper, like high grade zipper on it. But I just it's a product looking for a purpose, and I have yet to find a purpose for it. So the last video came out, and someone from Birchbox was watching my social media feed, and they contacted me and said, text us, talk to us, reach out to us. So I reached out, and Gabby, if you're watching this, you have been awesome during this whole ordeal. You and I, girl, we're getting drinks sometime, just to cry over this comedy of errors. Um, Gabby reached out to me and she said, well, we had another product in the last box that was really popular, um, the tie clip. Now, the tie clip, and it was an awesome tie clip. And when she offered it to me, I went to the website and I wanted one with just a nice flat finish to it. They have one in light birch and one in mahogany. So I said, give me the light birch, and I think they're calling this plaid is the pattern. Yeah, if you take a look, it's got some diamonds on it, and it's kind of nice, but it's a little flashy and a little showy. If you're one of my social friends watching this may surprise you. I tend to be a little conservative when I dress like this. It's probably the only time I'm ever conservative. The only time that word ever leaves my mouth with myself is the object of that word. But the diamonds, they're a little flashy, they're a little showy. So I sent Gabby an email back, and said I got the wrong item, and Gabby was awesome. Gabby handled it like a rock star. Before she even responded, I got the email from Birchbox that they were sending out another tie bar. So yesterday, after the Memorial Day bubble went through the mail system, there was a package on the kitchen table, and it was, wait for it, folks, another plaid tie clip. So right now, this whole I told Gabby in one of my recent emails that I think this order was cursed. I think something about the month of May for Birchbox was just cursed for me. So um, the saga of the pouch, now the tie clip, is continuing. But again, I will give them this. Birchbox customer service has been absolutely awesome in terms of resolving this whole situation. It's just someone down in the warehouse is kind of asleep at the wheel, and I think they're just grabbing for the first the first linen pouch that they see containing these tie clips, and they're not actually looking at the tie bar that they're putting in the order fulfillment pouch. So this is May's Birchbox. Now, this is one of the ones, I can be a little chattier in the front part of the video because I kind of know what the big surprise here is. This is the second time that Birchbox has reached out to their customers and said, we're going to give you a choice. And the choice was this month between socks or a wallet. Now, I'm not going to pull one of the paws up and shove them in front of the camera because most of you don't want to see a fat man's cankles and feet. But, this is what we're looking at. When I make the joke, 350 pounds of awesome, I'm not lying. This is not a net persona. I really am a very, very, very big boy. And, the problem with very, very, very big boys is we kind of tend to be very, very, very big all around. So conventional socks, unless they come from that store that shall not be named, it tend to put compression marks around my calves. So when I take them off, it looks like I'm wearing socks for about 2 hours. I have flesh-colored socks. Come on, I survived the 70s. I remember flesh pantyhose. It's flesh socks for men, the new millennium. So I knew I had the choice between socks or the wallet, so that was kind of a no-brainer. The same way a few months ago, I had a choice between a t-shirt or the dead Scooby-Doo tie. So again, that was kind of a no-brainer. Unfortunately, high-end fashion companies like Birchbox, I love you guys. I love you. Don't get me wrong. What I'm about to say, it's not coming from a place of hate, but they don't think about the fact that they might have fat customers. So I got the Dead Scooby-Doo tie, and the Dead Scooby-Doo tie is absolutely awesome. So when they sent me the request, what do you want this month? Socks or the wallet? Well, I mean, come on. How many of you guys ever got socks at Christmas? Does anybody ever want to get socks? Ever? Socks for Christmas, socks for your birthday, socks in your Birchbox? No. So I know what's in here. So I'll do the unboxing, and we'll have our little homage to 70s and 80s public television's children's programming with the disembodied hands going in the box and pulling each item out. And then we'll do a little recap segment because, I started watching other people's unboxing videos, and I kind of have a little case of unboxing video envy. I mean, I realized I have a laptop with a webcam, and I can use it for something other than adult performances. So I'll do the recap where, I'll show each individual product, and then I have a little request for people at the end of this. So stick around. I'm going to pause this in photo booth. I'm going to pull out the iPhone. We're going to do our disembodied show off, and then we'll be back for a recap at the end. All right, so here we go. It is our monthly homage to 70s and 80s children's public television programming as the disembodied hand reaches into the box and starts to fish through it. I gotta say, I don't really have like generational envy, but millennials, you guys don't have anything compared to some of the stuff that we had. And I had it really good in particular too, because like I had, I grew up in Flint, Michigan, so I not only got the United States stuff from, Children's Television Workshop, but I got like the Canadian stuff from the CBC. We were close enough to get CBC broadcasts. So, it was like Sesame Street, the Electric Company, and then go over for like the Friendly Giant and Mr. Dress Up. So I guess for lack of a better word, we're kind of having like Casey's moment in the treehouse where we're going through and seeing what's in here. So here we go, and we have the card. I'll read the card in a second. I figure you can watch me read it. It's much more entertaining. This is a bar of soap, moisture enriched with shea butter and olive oil, pure vegetable soap. Oh, vegans, they were thinking of you, apparently. This is proper soap. Make your own puns. Elderflower with lychee, pear, and marine notes. We have, let's see here, wax. Focus in. A little bit of Mr. Willy Max all over wax. Rub into your body, face, and hair. Okay, I want to see what this is for, because usually if I'm rubbing it in my hair, I'm not putting it on my body and vice versa. I have a card with a bicycle on it. Where to next? Take our quiz to win a travel certificate from JetBlue. I think we'll hold off on this for the recap portion because I think there's reading involved. And believe you me, it's much, much easier to read these things when I'm holding it to my face as opposed to trying to read it through the iPhone. For some reason, I'm trying desperately to focus in, and this just isn't working for me. And there it is. The wallet in bright, shiny Joan Holloway red. I can dig this. So it's a thin profile wallet. It is exactly what they promised. I in the recap portion, I'll take it out and I'll give a feel of the leather. I haven't posted it yet, but I got a box from Bespoke Post a couple weeks ago that also has a thin profile wallet. Oh my God. I could totally do like a versus comparison. Birchbox versus Bespoke Post to the death. And my favorite part of the box, that 30 seconds during the month when I get to not feel like poor semi-employed white trash. I get to open up this tissue paper, and I get to fantasize. I'm at Tiffany's. I'm at Neiman Marcus. I've never been to those places, but I think that's what rich people do. That's where they go to get packages like this. And, oh, I see something from Towel Dry. I like Towel Dry. I will say, okay, this is the Towel Dry Clay Styler. About a year and change, I guess about 14, 15 months ago, I got the Towel Dry paste, and I've been a convert. Birchbox, you made a customer of Towel Dry. Or conversely, Towel Dry, you got a customer from Birchbox. I am now almost exclusively using the paste styler they sent me, so this should be good, especially since I abandoned my hippie ways a few weeks ago, cut my hair, and I am now going through life as a conformist. And another fragrance from English Laundry. Jesus Christ. How many fragrances do these people put out? It seems like every other month they have a new fragrance in the box. The fuck are they, a CSI franchise? Alright, this is Tahitian Waters. So it sounds tropical. It sounds either floral or fruity. Again, if you know me, refrain from making jokes, please. No descriptions of it, but I will see what I can research. So here we are. No surprises, no shockers, no Sarah Palin-esque gotcha moments. I knew exactly what was coming in this Birchbox, and overall, it seems to have delivered. Admittedly, I'm not a bar of soap kind of guy. I tend to be more of a body wash guy, but we can give this a try. I'm sure I can find a use for it. So there we are. We have, as the disembodied hand appears one more time for this month, we have the cologne, we have the wallet, we have the soap, we have the apparently multi-purpose body wax, and we have the hair stuff in addition to some promotional materials. So now we will head back in for the recap. And we're back through the magic of video editing like I was never gone. So, as promised, trying to shake things up a little bit, make it just a little less boring. So this is our card for the month. I figure watching me read is just as good as trying to read through the phone. The theme of the box is away we go. Gentlemen, being a great traveler comes down to saying yes a lot in many languages, of course. Well, I've been saying yes on the employment front since October, and it hasn't gotten shit for me, kids. I don't know about this Birchbox. Last minute Sunday afternoon bike ride to that far-flung crab shack. Me on a bike. Yeah. I want to see Schwinn make one that can hold my big ass. Yes. Oh, okay. Price drop alert for Istanbul flights in 3 weeks? Yes. No. Price drop alert for Apple technology? Maybe. But Istanbul? No. Let's see. Hot air balloon taking off in 30 minutes? Yes. No, not after that video that I saw, the one that crashed on YouTube a couple weeks ago. I call myself a large land mammal for a reason. Let's stress the land part. Although I do have a request at the end of this video that might contradict that a little bit, but we'll get there in a few minutes. Being quick on the affirmative will ensure you carve your own path without burying your head in digital maps and guidebooks. But come on! I'm still trying to figure out how to use the Chicago guidebook that you gave me back in September, Birchbox. Jeez. Should I use a guidebook or shouldn't I? Come on. Now, if you guys send me an iPhone in a box, that would be awesome. Just saying. Let's see. After all, the last-minute stumble-ins and happen-upons make for the best stories anyway. Yeah, okay, I'll agree with that. My move to North Carolina was kind of a last-minute happen-upon and stumble-in, and I've been pretty happy in the meantime. So, okay, I'll give you guys that one. Now, the product descriptions, let's see here. So, English Laundry, Tahitian Waters. Did a little quick research, and the main accord is citrus, with a little woody and sweet as the undertone, and coconut and yellow floral left over. It smelled it, and it's actually not bad. This is something, I'd have to see how it interacts with my skin, but kind of based on that preliminary whiff from the top of the vial, I could see myself at least wearing it out. I've definitely smelled worse colognes. So I'll give this a try. Still not as good as Oxford Blue. The Oxford Blue that they sent out a couple months ago was phenomenal and absolutely awesome, and I am leveraging Birchbox points to try and get myself a bottle of it because they did a giveaway on Twitter a couple weeks ago, and a professional prize whore on Twitter, the ones whose accounts is entirely, I'm entering a contest, retweet me. I'm entering a contest, retweet me. Those of us who actually put up content, much less subscribe to Birchbox, don't get to win, but the professional prize pig wins. Anyhow, not that I'm bitter about that. So I can easily see myself wearing this, although I may, well, we'll see. Ask me next month. Next up, Mr. Natty, Willy Max All Over Body Wax. All right, so I read the description on this. We'll see. A true multi-purpose wax made with nourishing oils like bergamot, olive, and patchouli. A dab of this wax can be used for most anything, from dry skins and sunburn to hairstyling. Again, I usually don't see myself mixing products, but okay, I'll take the leap of faith. Next, Proper Bar Soap, a full size, not a sample, French-made soap that pairs a light, luxurious scent with the hydrating power of shea. Massage over skin or a loofah to build a rich, creamy leather. Savor the scent, then rinse. Towel Dry, the clay styler. I am absolutely looking forward to this because, yes, I got my hair butchered, and well, this is not my best haircut, but it's shorter than it was, a lot shorter. So since I'm back in short hair mode, I will definitely give this a run. A multi-purpose styler that uses beeswax and clay to balance strength with a natural finish. Warm a dab in your palm and then apply to dry hair for texture or damp hair for subtle shine. And finally, with the scratch of the nose, J-Fold's card carrier in red. Now, I do have to say, the color surprised me. When I put the request in for the wallet, I was thinking it's going to be, another drab brown or a black, and I have more than enough of both. So I really love this. The Joan Holloway red alone. I love Joan. If you've ever watched Mad Men, Joan is the person that makes Sterling Cooper or Sterling Cooper Draper Price or Sterling Cooper and Partner. She is the engine that drives that. If you don't mind her turning on Don Draper in season 7, not that I'm at all angry about that. Seeing Joan do that this season, it's just like you want to reach through the screen. It's like, Joan, Don had your back when she was boinking someone who looked like me to become a partner. How can you turn on him like that? But anyway, so the leather is soft. It doesn't feel plasticky, I'll give it that, but it also doesn't have that want to touch it like a Catholic priest wouldn't altar boy softness of the Bespoke Post wallet. I'm telling you, I could pull that thing out and just rub it to pass the time. But it's a nice wallet. The leather quality is good. It may get softer as I use it and break it in. It is exactly, they call it a slimline wallet. The description is a slimmed down leather wallet to convey your cards and cash without any unsightly bulging. God, double entendre much? Carry this compact companion as your everyday wallet or an ultra-thin travel alternative. So the actual title is the J-Fold card carrier, but they refer to it as a wallet. I could see it working either way. If I were part of the white privileged middle class that actually had jobs that afforded them things like business cards, I could easily see myself carrying something like this. But I can also see it probably wouldn't work for me as a wallet, just because I'm living on plastic right now. I could see, driver's license in one, a couple credit cards in the other, but I think there's not quite enough space for what I'm using. But again, it's a nice, good quality stuff. So that is our June Birchbox. The only other thing they had in there, it's a little hard to do this. So it's actually kind of cool, though. They have what they're calling the Where To Next. Take our quiz to find out. So they give you a bunch of questions. When I wake up and look out the window, I want to see, and they give you 5 options. Your ideal summer meal is, they give you 5 options. You'll never pass up. They'll give you 5 options. One is live music or shopping for vintage vinyl. Gee, I wonder where they're going to be talking about Austin. Your idea of the ultimate gift, It's movie night. Your flick of choice. Let's see here. Dazed and Confused. No. Ferris Bueller's Day Off. When Harry Met Sally. The Cider House Rules. Mrs. Doubtfire. I'd have to go like none of the above on that. But your preferred poison. Let's see. Growlers, taps, cans, and bottles. Anything in the pop category. Someone from the Midwest must have written this. Made with a hard shake and finished with a swizzle stick, or toss up between gin and tonic, or dark and stormy, or juicy and full bodied. And depending on where your answers trend, they give you some things like Austin, Chicago, New York, Portland, and San Francisco. And then you flip it over, and they kind of have a quick breakdown of each city. Discover Chicago, discover Austin, discover Portland, discover New York, discover San Francisco. Birchbox, what is it with you in Chicago? The area map that you sent me was for Chicago, and now you're pimping Chicago, and you're writing about pop. All right. So that is our May Birchbox, and again, I do have a request. I'm sure you all know companies like this thrive on referrals, and it's not that I'm a whore who's begging, but I'm kind of a whore who's begging. So for each referral, I get like 50 Birchbox points, and they're worth something, and I can take them and I can spend them. If anything else, I might be able to get that bottle of Oxford Blue that the Twitter prize pigs screwed me out of a couple months ago. HTTPS birchbox.com/invite/ of course I don't have my screen up to look at this. PMV96. PMV96. And of course, being the efficient internet whore, I will put this as a clickable link down in the description. So that is our Birchbox for the month of June, and we will see everybody back in the month of July.